Hey, first things first. Before we start programming in Python, start learning about all the wonderful things Python can do, we have to get the software on your system. And how to get that software on your system is go to www.python.org, and that has all the software, all the documentation that you need for the software for this course we're doing here, plus a lot more. And if we pop out at the site, we can see there's just tons of resources here. We have a kind of about a lot of help getting started. We have downloads, which is where we're headed to. We have just crazy amounts of documentation. You notice there's a Python 2 and a Python 3. We're going to download 3. 2 is the older version. It still exists out there for a lot of legacy systems out there on the web. And we're not going to mess with Python 2. We're going to go directly to the latest and greatest. You may encounter some of that out in the business world, but most of it's been replaced. Not so much in the data science do you encounter a lot of 2 code out there still left. It's a lot of these legacy web apps are out there. They're set running. They're huge, and they're still running. They don't want to update. The cost of updating as far as 2 to 3 is too much. Mostly in data science, I almost see no 2 out there left anymore. So definitely grab 3 when we start grabbing things. And looking at the site, it's just incredible amount of resources. We have the stories. They talk about different areas, arts, business, whatever. Nice, great place for if you want to go above and beyond this course. So let's say this course sparks your interest in it, and you could find tons of things that go beyond the basics we're going to go over in this course. Let's start with the download. You grab Windows. Most everyone will be probably on Windows or Mac. If you hit other platforms, you see Linux supported also. Let's grab the latest and greatest for Windows here. Clicked on it, and now it wants to download it. So I'm gonna hit save file, and it's gonna save it to my disk. Okay, and when it's done, it should put it up here. Let me sort it here. There we go. So now I'm going to click on this to do a load. Click on the Python 371 exe or whatever's greatest. They're always updating this, so you may be clicking on a 3.8. But just the most recent is always the best to grab. Click on this. And it's gonna give me the option here, either to install or upgrade. I already have it on this PC. If you don't already have it loaded, it should just say install. So I'm gonna click on this top one. Gonna give it permissions, and I'm gonna let it run now. It's gonna take a little bit to do the setup process in the initialization and whatnot. Depending in the workplace, depending on how it's set up, you might already have this installed. It might be a pre-set up by your IT department on your PC, or you might have to download it. But definitely for this class, if you don't already have it, you definitely need to download it. It's going to come with basically kind of all of the standard things we need to set up Python programming. It come with IDLE, which is a IDE, integrated development environment, and that's going to be primarily what we're going to be working in, what we're going to log into, what we're going to develop our programs in. We're going to just let this do its thing here. It's still doing this thing. Sometimes these things take a little bit. As far as software installations go, Python's fairly quick. It's just basically hit the button to install, let it do its thing, and believe it or not, this may seem somewhat slow, but compared to installing like a large, really heavy footprinted software suite like a .NET, if you're doing like a C# or Visual Basic or C++, that's a monster download that also comes with a price. It's a Microsoft product. This is open source, developed free by a community of people. So it's kind of nice. You can at home install it on whatever machine you're using it on. You can install on your Mac, your Windows, your Raspberry Pi, and you can install as many times as you want without incurring any fees. So in that respect, open source is definitely a good thing. Now it appears to be almost finished. It's doing some of the extra things it needs to do, and when it is finished, you will see this screen here saying that the install went well, and you could just close out of it, and now you have Python installed on your PC.